Today, I'm gonna take you somewhere a little bit different. We're not going into a house, we're going into a lifestyle. And here in Merritt Island, there's a whole community of people that have chosen to live on the water. For them, it's not about square footage. It's about sunsets, the tides, and it's about having the wind take you where you wanna go. Today, we're gonna be meeting Captain Tom Lane. He's a lifelong boater that's turned his childhood dream into reality by living aboard a sailboat and helping others experience the beauty of the waterways. We're also gonna be sitting down with Nick, a retired veteran who helps people navigate one of the biggest emotional decisions, which is actually buying and selling boats. And we're gonna be wrapping it up at one of my favorite spots, Dolphins Waterfront Grill, where all of these stories come together over dinner and drinks. This is life afloat Florida's Space Coast, and it might just make you change the way you think about home. I'm Brianna Lalumiere, and this is The American Dream. So thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time today and taking us out on this amazing boat. Where did this all start?
My dad and my mom, they bought their first boat when I was 4. We used to spend time on the James River up in Virginia, and then we started buying more boats, bigger boats, and we ended up on the Chesapeake Bay. All of my childhood till the time I was probably 17, 18. So they were power boats, but that got me started on the water. And eventually I got into sailing and never turned back.
So what does a typical day look like for someone who lives aboard a sailboat?
At dock, it's just like a tiny home. You're on a boat, but you're not anchored out like we are now. And when I'm cruising, I anchor out, take the dinghy ashore, and look for whatever I need. So that this is a good representation of what it looks like to be at the end of a day sail, to go somewhere south or north or wherever I'm headed. But at the dock, it's about friends. It's about that dock life of companionship that you don't get anywhere else, for me anyway. But it's so many like-minded people that it's just for me, it's such a home environment for that reason.
And I hear that you're taking a trip come New Year's Day.
Yeah, I am. I haven't gone sailing other than day sailing in quite a number of years, and it's time to go back down to the Keys. People ask me where I'm going to go, and I'm going south, but I'll end up in the Keys.
Yeah.
And after that, I don't really have a destination. Just kind of dance around for the next 2 or 3 months.
Speaking of lifelong dreams, we've also got Nick Romero here, who's a boat broker, but has also had a lifelong dream of living aboard a sailboat. So tell us a little bit about how it came to be. I mean, you had a full military career. Tell us what led you from that to living aboard a sailboat.
Well, so it was always a dream of mine. And after a 21-year career, military, and then working for other government agency for, a long time, at the end of it, I kind of got a little disenfranchised with it, maybe burnt out, I guess. And it was always a dream of mine. So maybe 6 years ago, I wanted to kind of lean into that and look at what the next 20 years is going to be like. And I just walked down to the local yacht club. They had a rum race, every other week. And I just walked down the dock and said, hey, you guys need help? And found a boat and a bunch of guys. They were like, yeah, come on, what do you know how to do? And I said, nothing, I don't know how to do anything.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, yeah, well, we'll teach you. So I crewed on a J29 racing boat, and I did rum races every other week. For me, that was the best way to learn, most cost-effective way to learn. And I could do it, on the weekends on my days off. And from there, it just went from there.
And I hear you're going on this trip too, down to the Keys.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, so it's my first cruise. So everything that I've done up to this point is kind of been getting ready to do this.
Yeah.
And invested everything I got into it. So far, it's gone better than I could have imagined, and ready to head south, man.
Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your experiences and telling us, what it means to live on the water and live aboard. It's been a pleasure. Life on the water has its own rhythm, but every great day on the water eventually brings you back to shore. We're here at Dolphins Waterfront Grill, one of the locals' favorites. Let's go check it out. I'm here with Brian Ahearns, the General Manager of Dolphins Waterfront Bar and Grill. So Brian, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, of course.
So tell us what makes Dolphins unique.
So Dolphins is kind of a Polynesian style restaurant. Largest tiki hut on the Space Coast, as you can see. A lot of fun things to do around here. We've got boat rentals, you can rent a townhome, condo, kayaks, fishing poles, all sorts of things. We're totally dog friendly. A lot of different things to do around here.
Well, there you have it. If you're in the area of Merritt Island, you definitely want to check out Dolphins Waterfront Bar and Grill. Stories like these are what make the Space Coast so special. It's not just about where you live, it's about how you live. Whether your dream is a sailboat, a waterfront home, or a simple life with a little more freedom, Merritt Island offers a lifestyle that's one of a kind. I'm Brianna Lalumiere, and this has been The American Dream.